Today we're going to be talking about OCGN and some insane news that just came out on it. Let's get into the video. Hey everyone, my name is Zach and welcome back to Finance Bro. Before we get into the video, I'd like to ask you guys to please leave a comment of your favorite stock at the moment, why it's your favorite stock at the moment, and also leave a like and subscribe as it really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And if you guys have not made an account with WeBull yet and you want 2 free stocks that could be worth up to $1,850, go ahead and click the first link in the description and get all signed up. Without any further ado, let's get into today's stock, ticker symbol OCGN or OCGN. Now every time that I talk about OCGN, I always say I'm not going to make another video on OCGN until they actually get FDA approval, because that's the next big catalyst that I see. But as we can see from me making a video today, they have not gotten FDA approval, but they do have some new news that is going to be very beneficial. And that news is going to be coming from Yahoo Finance, and the title of this article that I found today is going to be OCGN's COVID-19 vaccine co-development partner, Brat Biotech, shares second interim results demonstrating 100% protection against severe disease, including hospitalization for COVID-19. So that was something I didn't know before, that they literally have 100% protection against severe diseases. So before, we had been throwing around all these other numbers about how effective it is against people without already having had COVID-19. But here we have this statistic: 100% protection against severe disease, including hospitalization. Some key notes that they gave were primary efficacy in the second interim analysis demonstrates Covaxin to be 78% effective after the second dose in preventing COVID-19 in those without prior infection. So I'm assuming if you had prior infection, it's right here, demonstrates 70% efficacy against asymptomatic COVID-19 infections, indicates potential to significantly reduce virus transmission. So yeah, I'm guessing that they, haven't been able to test it as much on people who have already had COVID-19, or maybe that's this 100% protection number right here. But I'm assuming if you already had COVID-19, then your percentage of it being effective is going to go up. But that's an assumption. I don't know if that's actually true. And then Covaxin, which is OCGN's vaccine that they have made, has already been administered to several million people in India and is playing a critical role in combating the pandemic. And now if we scroll down a little bit further, we can find that second interim phase 3 results as reported. So Brat's phase 3 clinical trial enrolled 25,000 participants. I believe that we have already seen this, but including 2,433 over the age of 60 with 4,500 with comorbidities. So they're doing a lot of tests on a lot of different people that need to get this test, so that's good. The primary endpoint of the phase 3 clinical trial is based on the first occurrence of PCR confirmed symptomatic, mild, moderate to severe. Okay. The second interim analysis is based on accruing more than 87 symptomatic cases of COVID-19. However, due to the recent surge in cases in India, 127 symptomatic cases were recorded, resulting in a point estimate of vaccine efficacy of 78% against mild, moderate, and severe COVID-19 disease. So and 95% between 61 and 88, that's what really matters here. The trial will be continuing to its planned conclusion. I'm not sure if my numbers are correct here, but I believe that the Moderna, the Pfizer, and the Johnson & Johnson all have higher efficacy percentages than this, so I don't see why the US would actually approve this. The only reason I do see that they could approve this is because it works better against different strains, is what I've heard. But and plus we have already gotten millions and millions and millions of doses administered here in the US, so getting another company involved probably would be pretty hard. So I am a little bit bearish on OCGN at this point, because it's just taking so long for them to get their analysis out there, which is sad. But we're still going to talk about where the OCGN can go in the short term. And here it's saying that in addition to generating strong immune responses against multiple antigens, Covaxin has shown to generate memory T-cell responses for its multiple epitopes indicating longevity and a rapid antibody response to future infections. So, I mean, obviously that's just a bunch of buzzwords that you need to see when you have a vaccine. But I'm liking that, you know, they're administering a lot in India. If they could get into U.S. markets, that would probably be best for OCGN though. And now we can get into some technical analysis on OCGN. So obviously there was a huge spike anytime that Bharat Biotech comes out with an analysis of new results. OCGN just gets a huge boost in price. They were sitting at about $5.24 before, and I believe that's a new low for OCGN. Yep, that looks like a pretty much new low for OCGN for at least the last month or so. But obviously, in the pre-market, this was announced, and they got all the way up to $6.76, and then we saw it sell off a bit. But then we have sort of a three white soldiers thing going on here, but we need to see this candlestick be more. But that does indicate a trend reversal with all these greens, and then the MACD obviously trending back up after a sell-off throughout the day. We are at overbought territory, and we are up 11% after hours. So I'm assuming if we opened at $7.20 like we're at right now, we would most likely still be in overbought territory for the RSI, probably sitting at around 60 to 70. When is this MACD going to start trending back down? I don't know. It's not showing any signs of trending back down yet, but we are getting up there in the MACD. So things to look out for tomorrow, or when this is coming out, is this MACD trending back down? Is that blue line crossing over this yellow line? I know it's hard to see. And then is the RSI coming back down as well? If the RSI, you know, if it sells off a bit tomorrow, you know, there could be some renewed, you know, people wanting to get into the stock. But overall, we don't want to be buying when the RSI is at 70, especially when it's most likely going to open at 70 and then sell off through tomorrow. What I think is probably going to happen is that OCGN makes support at about $6 tomorrow, and it stays around there. I don't know how long that this hype will be going on for, but we are trading well above the 50-day SMA line at this point, and that's not how I trade. I usually trade below the 50-day SMA line when the MACD is trending back up, and the RSI had recently hit 30 and then goes up to 45. So that's how I normally trade. Obviously, we're consolidating for a long time, and then there's a ton of volume today, 128 million in volume, way above the normal amount. We are up a lot in after hours, and we are up a lot today. So just be careful when trading this the day that this comes out, because it's probably going to be selling off for a bit. But I do think we make support at $6 and see if we can start trending back up for a while. But we will see. And yeah, I think that's going to be it for my technical analysis. But real quick, I want to remind you guys that I'm not a financial advisor and that this is not financial advice. If you do want financial advice, make sure you seek it out from a professional financial advisor and not some random kid you met on the internet 5 minutes ago. Although I just turned 21 yesterday, so I'm no longer a kid. No one can call me that anymore. I will beat you up. No, I'm kidding. But if you are interested in trading OCGN tomorrow or the day that you see this video, and you have not made an account with WeBull yet, what are you doing? You gotta get in the pre-market and after hours with us. All you gotta do is make an account, deposit $100, and you can get 2 free stocks worth up to $1,850. But that is gonna be it for today's video. If you did enjoy, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, as it really helps with the YouTube algorithm, and it shows we're doing something right here. But my name is Zach, and I'll see you in the next video.